Hello friend, this is AK with a brand new video on Christopher Henry Gayle or Chris Gayle. Hope you will previously like my video. Now for the Chris Gayle, born on 21st September 1979, is a Jamaican cricketer who plays international cricket for the West Indies. Gayle captained the West Indies test side from 2007 to 2010. Considered as one of the greatest batsmen ever in 2020 cricket, Gayle has set numerous records across all three formats of the game. He is the most capped player for the West Indies in international cricket and is the only player to score a triplet of centuries, a triple hundred in Test, double hundred in One Day International, and 100 in T20s. In February 2019, Gayle announced that he would retire from One Day International after the 2019 Cricket World Cup. However, in June 2019, during the Cricket World Cup, Gayle expressed his desire to play in the One Day International matches against India in August and possibly a Test match as well. Gayle plays his last Test match in September 2014 against Bangladesh. In July 2019, he was named in the West Indies One Day International squad for their series against India. During the series against India, Gayle played in the 300 One Day International, which includes 3 matches for the ICC World Cup 11. In the same match, Gayle also became the leading run scorer for a West Indies batsman in One Day International cricket. He went past Brian Lara's record of 10,348 runs. Gayle played for the West Indies at youth international level prior to making his first-class debut in 1998. At the age of 19 for Jamaica, he played his first One Day International 11 months later in 1999 and his first Test match 6 months after that. Gayle, who normally opens the innings when he plays for the West Indies, is a destructive batsman who is most effective playing square of the cricket. In July 2001, Gayle scored 179 together with Darren Ganga, established the record for opening partnership at Queen's Sports Club Bulawayo when they put on 214 together against Zimbabwe. In February 2015, he became the fourth cricketer to score a double century in One Day International when he made 215 during a pool game against Zimbabwe in 2015 ICC Cricket World Cup. In this match, Zimbabwe in the World Cup in Canberra, Gayle became the first player to hit a double century in World Cup history. His partnership with Marlon Samuel was the most productive wicket in Cricket World Cup history, producing 372 runs before Gayle was caught for an out on the final ball of the innings. Coincidentally, he was also almost adjourned out on the very first ball he faced as an LBW appeal was raised by Zimbabwe bowler. However, the umpire turned down the appeal. Despite a review which showed that the ball would have clipped the top of the whale, the original decision was retained. Gayle thus became the only player in World Cup history to hit a triple hundred in Test, a double hundred in One Day International, and 100 in 2020 International. Gayle, fielding against Australia during the 2019 Cricket World Cup, ended his career for Jamaica with a match-winning century against Barbados in Super 50 Cup 2018. On February 18, 2019, Gayle announced that he would retire from One Day International after the 2019 Cricket World Cup. 3 days later, in the West Indies final match of the 2019 Cricket World Cup against Afghanistan, Gayle became the most capped player for the West Indies in the Cricket World Cup, playing in his 35th match. In the same match, he also equaled Brian Lara's record of playing in 299 One Day International for the West Indies. In the next game against India, he played his 300 One Day International match, the only West Indies player to achieve that feat. He also broke the record for the most runs for the West Indies in One Day International. On 1st July 2009, Gayle signed with the Western Australia Warrior for the Australian domestic T20 tournament known as the Big Bash for the 2009-10 season. In 2011, after being left out of the initial part of the West Indies T20 and One Day home series against Pakistan, Gayle opted to join the Royal Challenger Bangalore in the 4th edition of the Indian Premier League, commonly known as IPL. In his debut game against his previous team, Kolkata Knight Riders, in their home ground, he scored 102 of 55 balls, hitting 10 fours and 7 towering sixes. Following his prolific performance, Gayle was signed by Zimbabwean franchise Meta Brilliant Tusker for the 2011-12 Stanbic Bank T20 series. As Gayle later recalled, it was valuable practice ahead of the KFC T20 Big Bash, where he had signed for the Sydney Thunder. Gayle hoped his first appearance in the tournament was a success and he gave the spectators something to cheer about. Gayle was the second West Indian to be signed in this event after the legendary Brian Lara. Today we enjoyed his great success and wish him a very good luck for his rest of the tenure. Thank you very much.